So this is not at all what I thought I was going to be doing today. I was actually planning to do an unboxing today, coincidentally. And then the second wave pictures from Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger popped up. So, phew. Well, no, I mean, that's not fair. I mean, we had pictures of TwoKaiser popped up. Was it last week? Yeah. So we've got was it the action hero? I don't know what the line is called. A standard TwoKaiser. And he's basically a Gokaiger, which I'm not opposed to, but I was like, considering the homages and stuff that are happening, it's like this is straight up somebody else's costume. So, like, compared to what the Kikanoids are doing, Two Kaiser is just straight up. He's a Gokaiger. He's like a lost Gokaiger. So it'll be interesting to see where that ends up going. His weapon, which is the Gear Derringer, is garbage. It's garbage. It's not even like they got rid of the crank on the right side. They really should have had the crank on the left side so you can just point like that. But no, they've got the steering wheel on the side, which is actually more awkward. And then on the other side is the blade that you fold up. Oh look, it's a dagger. It's a gun. It's a dagger. It's a gun. It's a sword. It's a gun. So yeah, that's not happening. I'm not getting that. But then, at the same time, we saw two of the Sentai gears that he was going to be using. One of them is from O Ranger, which, wow, I didn't know that O Ranger was prominent enough to get such a significant shout out. Like O Ranger, my understanding is like and I've seen Choriki Sentai O Ranger because I have the Shout Factory DVDs. Thank you Shout Factory, thank you Toei, thank you Bandai Plex. Um, And the problem with that show is like it happened right at the time of the subway bombing that happened in Japan, the sarin gas attack, or domestic attack, um, and it basically shut down the country for a few days. It's kind of like our equivalent of 9/11. The America's equivalent was 9/11. So like this was like a country shaking moment that happened in 1995, and a lot of entertainment productions mid production froze and got thrown into a little bit of chaos. And one of those productions was Choriki Sentai O Ranger. And what ended up happening is the tone of the show originally was supposed to be serious, and it was supposed to be, straight faced Sentai, and they changed it. Toei and Bandai Plex, they said, you know what, let's lift up this show a little bit. The audience, the country needs a bit of levity, and we need to kind of bolster ourselves back up. And so that's why if you watch O Ranger, it bounces back and forth between stoic, serious, and just what the fuck type comedy. It just bounces back and forth. I've seen O Ranger, and yeah, you can definitely tell when they're being serious and when they're not. I think the O Ranger and the O Boxer, is that right? O Boxer? Or no, I'm sorry, Red Puncher. When you see those two when they're practicing boxing together, um, it's a bullshit reason why they're doing it, but the reason why they're doing it is because we need to lighten the mood of the show. So that's why that scene exists. It's very memeable. It's very bizarre, but that's why they did it. Um, but that aside, and then there was the toy line, and the toy line is what saved the show because right after O Ranger they went into Car Ranger, and Car Ranger was like, huh? Car Ranger was not a bad show, and they said it was a parody of the time. I've seen Car Ranger, and I barely remember it. Like I saw it and it exists, and I don't care. So getting back to Two Kaiser, why it is that O Ranger is being selected for the 45th anniversary, I'm not entirely certain at this point. This is a surprise to me. Like O Ranger, in the grand scheme of the Super Sentai series, O Ranger is not particularly prominent. Aside from the dramatic shifts in tone over the course of the TV series, and that the toy line was developed into Power Rangers Zeo, of which I have all the Zord toys except for Auric the Conqueror Zord, which is what was his name? Gunmazin or Gunmazin. I can't think of his name. The genie type character. That's the only one that I chose not to get. So he got O Ranger. Okay, well we'll see what happens. And then he has Shinkinger. Yes, which was a very popular show over in Japan. And the toy line, the toy line was popular. For me, it's good in some ways and bad in other ways. And of course, I've done the whole CDX thing already at this point. So, um, O'Ranger and Shinkinger. Huh. Interesting combination. And then we have Gokaiger mixed in there as well. That's interesting. Let's see what happens. The Gear Derringer, garbage. I'm not going to get it. TwoKaiser is not bad. It looks kind of interesting. Actually, I do like the Gokaiger uh, armor. I did like the Gokaiger costumes. Those were neat. Except for Gokai Seller. I didn't like that one as much. Even the gold mode was. So we'll see what happens with TwoKaiser. And now today, April 22nd, 2021, now the mecha have popped up, which we've not seen up to this point. So it's like O-Ranger, Shinkinger, and Gokaiger. I'm interested to see where this is going to go. So let's check it out together. Okay, so first up, I'll be looking at JE Fusion just because they seem to have more images. I kind of sort of saw, whoa. Is this, oh God, no. Oh God, no. Is this, it's not Optimus Prime. It's, oh, what's the black? It's not Ravage. Scourge? Is this Scourge from the original RID? It was like Star Convoy, or not Star Convoy. What was he called? Laser Optimus Prime, but painted black. This looks like that. So the head looks like the head flips. It's literally one mecha on one side and the other on the other one. You know what this is? This is the Reborn's Gundam. That's what this is. It's literally one side and the other. Oh boy. Um. Well, that's definitely Shinkano's head, except it has kind of a cat appearance to it. I'm not sure why. And then the one on the right there is a frost giant. What is that? I had no idea. Like he's got the ears, and then he's got cat ears. Oh, is it like a dog on one side and then a cat on the other? Are they literally doing that? I don't know. Okay. And the weapon can be flipped, like depending on which way you're holding it. Oh! Wait, really? No, the weapon is the helmet? Really? I think the head of each robo forms the handle or forms the base of the weapon. That's a bizarre way of doing that. Although I'm not quite certain what's behind the hand. There's a bar that's sticking out. It goes behind the lower torso. I don't know. I don't know what that is. There might be a waist rotation, which is cool. Waist articulation. That's always good. The arms are asymmetrical, and not just the shoulders, but also the forearms are also asymmetrical, which, uh, I'm wondering if I shouldn't have done this like later in the day so that more pictures could come through, but I'm not entirely certain. Might as well just do it while I'm here. I just hope that like it doesn't update while I'm filming this. So, boy, that does not say O-Ranger to me at all, with the exception of the chest, which obviously they've done the symbol correctly. It's with the exception of that, I'm not seeing O-Ranger anywhere in there. Now, obviously, Shinkinger, you've got the kanji sitting right there. That's fine. That's okay. But the helmet reinforces that, and presumably the weapon that it's holding is going to be the weapon is going to be a sword. So, okay, whatever. I had no idea what they're going to change into, though. That is really weird. I feel like, however, that this is a single mecha, you know, and then it transforms into whatever that thing is. That Tyrannosaurus? What is that? I don't know what that is. And the legs, looks like the legs can spread out at the hips. Or I'm sorry, the hips can spread out 90 degrees to either side. Obviously for transformation, though. But oh, I thought that those were wheels like 6 wheels or whatever it is. No, it turns out they're rocket engines. That's what we're looking at here. So it's something that flies, which, O-Ranger. It's kind of a shame, though. The Shinkinger, maybe that's why they chose Shinkinger and O-Rangers, because both of them were represented by shapes. Although I suppose that could be said of a number of other. Like, why didn't they throw Jew-Oger in there? Like, oh, it's a shape, it's a cube. But like with O-Ranger, you had the the two lines and the box and the circle and a triangle and a star, and then you had the king symbol, which is three horizontal lines and a single line down the middle, which by the way is not represented here. I just realized. On the left shoulder of the O-Ranger homage, is that a bear symbol there? But then if that's the case, I don't see. I could be seeing things that aren't there, but it looks like a bear's head on the left shoulder there. But on the right side, I don't see the. Oh, no, that would be reversed. Never mind. All right, let's see what the next one is. What is that? Does that turn into a motorcycle? Is that supposed to be like a shark? No, it's not a shark. That's something else. That's a bit of a mess. And then obviously the other side is whatever critter that's supposed to be. So is this an aircraft or an animal? I'm inclined to think that this is an aircraft, which is like the technology side of things, but like, Jesus, I would have done that very, very differently. Very differently. Yeah, that's... Now it is bisected, which is consistent with what we've seen so far of Zenkaiger. That is consistent with the mecha, but I'm inclined to say not like this. Not like this. I'm inclined to say that. So, looks like it turns into a motorcycle, though. Maybe it's like two different vehicles. Not sure. What the fuck? They're SD? Wait, if they're SD, then what are we looking at here? Oh. I wonder if... Oh, are they actually gutsy enough to do that? I wonder if the heads of the mecha... Oh my god, the SD characters form the handles of the weapons. Oh my god, they're like headmasters with with like a weapon accessory attached onto it. Oh, one of them. So like the O-Ranger version, it's a Gatling barrel, which cool, and then the Shinkinger version is a sword blade because Shinkinger. Well, oh my god, they're using SD headmasters. Whoa. Okay. Uh, uh, SD. Was not expecting that. Huh. And that's also different from what we've seen with um, what's it called? That's different from what we've seen with the rest of Zenkaiger. Huh. As recently reported, TwoKai's mecha is a robot crocodile. What? That's a crocodile? Looks like a jet to me. Oh, I guess it would be a crocodile. Alright. That's a very shitty jet mode. Very shitty. That's probably like its interstellar form or whatever it is. As recently reported, TwoKai's mecha is a robot crocodile called Crocodai-Oh. Crocodai-Oh? Okay, alright. Also, he will be aided by two SD robots called Riki, which is a reference to O-Ranger, because Cho-Riki was super. I think Riki means like technology. Something like Cho-Riki. Sentai O-Ranger Cho-Riki means super technology or advanced technology, something like that. So Riki and Katanar. Katanar for Shinkinger. Oh, which probably explains why it is Shinkino, or yeah, the Shinkinger version has kind of a cat face on it. Maybe that's what they're doing. Katanar or Katanar. Oh, Katanar because katana, and I don't know what Anar. I don't know or Tanar Katanar. So it's like it's a cat and a sword katana that will become the head of the mecha. When each of them combines with Crocodai-Oh, they form TwoKai-Oh Riki and TwoKai-Oh Katanar. And please forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. And it seems to have the same mode changes as X-Emperor from Kaito Sentai Lupin Ranger versus Keisatsu Sentai Pato Ranger, depending on the head. Headmasters, anyone? Yeah, he noticed it as well. Hmm. Oh, I wonder if these are gonna have sounds in them. I don't think so. There may not be enough room, but so that's a crocodile. I don't think that's the croc. I think that's just the jet mode. That's the vehicle mode or whatever it is, and then they can also turn into a crocodile separately. Because I mean, look at the wings on the thing. Except there's no equivalent on the right side, on the starboard side. That's completely different. So maybe this is the crocodile mode. Which, if it is, I guess we cannot see the tail at this point. There's a black something or other on the edge of the picture there. Two Kaiser Riki and Katanar. Katanar. Let's see if Toku Nation has anything. They've got the same stuff. Looks like. Oh, they have a slightly better picture of the Crocodile. Oof. That's a bit of kibble on the back of that thing. Grr. Never a fan of that. Which reminds me, I want to look at. Oh, we've got shoulder articulation for the arm that has the rocket boosters on them. We've got a shoulder articulation in there, so that's good. That's good. All right. Okay. So here's my question: Is two Kaiser? What's it? Yeah, two Kaiser Riki. Is that supposed to be like a cape that's hanging over, a piece of armor that's hanging over the arm, or is it just a giant arm, or is it a giant claw arm? Which one is it? I don't know because there very much is for two Kaiser Katan, Katanar. For two Kaiser Katanar, there's the tiny right arm in addition to the crocodile's head right there, whatever it is. But that folds down over it when you get to Kaiser Riki. So I'm not entirely certain what's going on here. Oh, it's not two Kaiser, it's TwoKai-Oh. That's how they're labeling it. Is that right? Oh, I said that I've been saying that wrong. So it's not two Kaiser something something. Um, it's TwoKai-Oh. Or no, it's TwoKai Riki and TwoKai Katenner. Katenner. Wait, both Riki and Katenner can combine with Crocodile to create Mecha TwoKai-Oh. Huh? This mecha has multiple configurations based on which robo is used. TwoKai-Oh. Huh? Wait, so are these two different vehicles that combine? I'm not entirely certain. Oh, the Crocodai-Oh is a golden battleship molded after a crocodile. Okay, so it's a spaceship, it's an aircraft or whatever it is that has the theme of a crocodile in it. Uh, oh, that's what those are. Okay, so the for TwoKai, Ricky and Katana. Let's see, it's TwoKai. Let's see, how does the name here? Yeah, so for TwoKai-Oh Ricky, remember I was saying earlier I couldn't figure out what was sticking out behind the hand that's behind it. Well, it turns out those are actually the alternate weapons that are being stored on the back. So for TwoKai-Oh Ricky, which is the blue colored one, the sword blade for Katana is actually placed on the lower back. It's placed on its butt. But then for TwoKai-Oh Katana, you've got the Gatling barrel is stored in the exact same place facing the other direction. Okay, so yeah, you take it off and stick it on there. Okay, all right, so you've got weapon storage. That's actually good. I approve of that. That's good to know. No, if it had been me, I would have stored them vertically, or actually I would have stored them so they're pointing on the back vertically, so they're pointing downwards. But that's just me. I suppose like if you need to reach around and pull out your gun, or if you need to reach around and pull out your sword, that's probably why it's sitting there. Okay, all right, so that's what that is. All right. So even though I'll say the rocket booster arm, even though that has a shoulder that can go up and down. Oh, and it looks like it also has an elbow that can bend up and down as well. It does not bend forward, but it looks like it can only bend out to the side. So like maybe you're gonna end up with a case where like the arm does this. Actually, it'd probably be more like this. So that's probably the motion we'll be able to get out of it. It all depends on how that shoulder transforms. Also, we might, I'm not certain, but we might be able to just outright detach both arms. I'm not certain at this point. I wonder if the waist telescopes up into the if the waist telescopes up into the oh, no, I don't think it does. No. But there's definitely going to be a waist swivel in there for the transfer, not a swivel, but a ratcheting joint in there. SD and Super Sentai. So that means we've had engines, we've had oh, what were those things called? Ryu Souls, and we've had. Let's see, was there a third one's kind of chibi? No, that was kind of it. So we've got Ricky and Katana. I don't think those are cat and dog kind of thing characters. If they are, I'd be surprised, but I don't. Just thinking about it now, it's like no, I don't think they are. Well, that's not at all what I was expecting to have happen next, and I have no idea how. Well, that arm doesn't fold up very well. If that's the way it transforms, that's not very good. The arm the forearm that fits under the crocodile's head, I think it's gonna be very obvious when it's in Crocodai-Oh mode. I think it's gonna be pretty obvious what that is. Nah, I don't think these separate, do they? No, they don't. They're screwed together. All right. Well, it's not the symmetrical docking of Zenkaiyo, either Juragaon or Vrumajin. So it's not that, but they're still, bisected. Actually, they're bisected this way. So They're not bisected down the center this way, but rather they're bisected down the side. So I don't know. I suppose that's the breaking of the trend. Like I expected that they would separate down the center. Maybe we'll get that later on. We'll get more of them later on. I hope we do, because that actually is kind of a neat thing, and I did like that. But if they're just going to do this, like that panel on the crocodile's head does not get used. Panel's just sitting there in both forms. So there's a black panel on top of the crocodile's head that we do not see what goes in there. Oh God, I wonder if the SD. No, they wouldn't, because that's what forms the weapons. Don't ask me if this can be used for a combined form, or combined with Zenkaiger. I have no idea. I think the only giveaway really is like the panel. There must be another mode involved here, because I'm seeing what looks like motorcycle parts on the front of the legs, which are both of those legs are covered up, by the way. And then you're very very obviously seeing them on Crocodai-Oh. Those it's got to be a motorcycle. So like one of them is a jet mode that just so happens to have a crocodile's face, and then the other one is like a motorcycle that has a crocodile's head on it. So I think that's I wonder if um actually I just watched it the other day. I wonder if this is any relate if the crocodile theme is Jesus. It says a little dust on it. No surprise there. It. Oh damn it! There goes that. Oh, really? I wonder if. Boy, that's on there really loose. What the hell? I wonder if the crocodile theme is in any way related to, and I don't remember his name, from Kamen Rider Den-O. Which, by the way, I just saw noticed that they have. All right, that's how that works. I should point out that they're the official Toei YouTube channel. They have the first two episodes of Den-O on there, as well as Double. I've never seen Double until just a couple days ago. So I saw first two episodes. Like, okay. Um, but I wonder if the crocodile theme is in any way related to the movie exclusive villain from Den-O. I wonder if there's any relation there. I could be wrong. I wonder if I should get rid of this, because like the battery's been removed and it's collecting a lot of dust on it. And I wanted to get some of the other cars for it, but I just never did. So here it sits. But anyways, I wonder if that's related in any way. Not entirely certain what the crocodile theme is. Not certain what that's supposed to be. If it's just the critter they chose. Although crocodiles are predators, and Gokai, or I'm sorry, TwoKaiser is a pirate. Again with the pirates. Although I wonder if in this case he's going to be an actual pirate instead of what they tried to do with Gokaiger, which I was not entirely thrilled with. Um, so I wonder if like crocodile and I wonder what the relation there is there. Boy, that jet mode's really reaching. Yeah. I don't even know how they're going to transform that thing. I have no idea. If it's going to become a motorcycle, which I think it is, I have no idea how they're going to do it. The only alternative I can think of is if not just rotating, if the two halves, if it actually is two separate vehicles, one's a motorcycle and one's a thing. I wonder if it actually is two different vehicles put together, and then just one of them just so happens to have gold and red on one side, and then blue and silver on the other side. I wonder if that's what it's going to be. Maybe it is two different vehicles. I'm not certain. If that's the case, it would need a way to rest. Well, not necessarily. Yeah, because those are kickstands or whatever it is for on the feet. I just realized that Kataner or Kataner and Riki, I don't think either one of them has any movable parts. Like, I don't think even the shoulders can move on them, which would be unusual. It would put them on par with, oh, what were those things called? Um, Ryu Souls. No, but even Ryu Souls had arms, didn't they? No, Ryu Souls didn't have movable arms. Ranger Keys did, but Ryu Souls did not. So I wonder if Riki and Kataner are going to have any posability whatsoever. Now, just because the one picture shows them with moving arms does not mean. I mean, those are CG representations. That does not mean that the toy is going to be able to do that. Don't fall for that. If the arms don't move on them, I'll be disappointed. Like the heads sucks, but all right, I understand. But if the arms don't move, then yes, that will be a problem. And by the way, I just realized why it is that the arm that wields the weapon. I just realized why it's shaped the way it is shaped. It's because like they can have like it's actually attached. Actually pegs the feet of the character actually pegs in there, or maybe it slides in. Maybe I don't know. It's hard to tell at this point. I wonder if maybe it slides in. It slide click and then so it can slide in. It holds in position, then you can slide it out either direction. So I wonder if that's how it attaches. The arms would have to be able to move if they form the heads. They'd have to be able to move. Mm, if they form the heads, they're so drastically different. I don't see how. The heads are so different on these two. I don't know how they fit. I did realize something about them, though. They have really annoying peg sitting on the top of their head. I kind of wish it had been a hole rather than a peg. But yeah, that's how the weapon's going to attach. It's just going to peg into the top of their head. So that's going to be annoying. SD in a Super Sentai series. And like legitimately, the last time they used it would have been in Go because the engine casts, or I guess it'd be the engine souls, had the little animated chibi equivalents. So like, but this is different. This is actual mecha. This is actual mecha that are CG or that are chibi. That's an entirely different matter. There's a difference between an animated character and this is like, whoa, hang on. Okay. Hmm. It's an interesting way of doing it. Uh, Although I'm not certain exactly why it is they're throwing away symmetrical docking at this point. I was expecting another set of. I mean, so was everyone else. I was expecting another set of symmetrical docking robos, but this is completely. I was not expecting anything like this, and certainly not the chibi. I wasn't expecting that. I wonder if Crocodai-Oh can separate, and it makes two different vehicles. One of them's kind of a spaceship thing, and the other's a motorcycle. I'm wondering because like the crocodile thing, an argument could be made for Shinkinger, and then the motorcycle would obviously be for O Ranger. So I kind of feel that's how that's going to work. I don't know if I'm going to get this one. I don't know if I'm going to get this one. It's I don't know. I mean, I would much rather get the symmetrical docking, the Zenkaiyo. I'd rather get those compared to this. I'm like, so the whole idea of having a mecha bisected by the front and the back. Do we have to? I mean, really? There's a panel there, but that doesn't flip over the same way. It's very strange the way that works. It's like I want to say one panel flips all the way over to form the chest, and the other panel stays where it is, well, the little chibi thing sticks in there, and then you just reverse the process to form the other. But the way these line up, I'm not certain. I'm not certain. Just something that's lined up and that's lined up. It should be as simple as that, but why my instinct is telling me there's more going on here. Something weird about the I'm not certain about how the chibis how they fit in as headpieces because the horns for Katanar are not large enough. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so Katanar's face is actually a mask like this. And then when it folds back like this, it becomes the kind of the thing on the top of TwoKai-Oh's it becomes a kind of frilly thing up there, and then the horns. Okay, all right, and then the head. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So if that's the case, then how does Riki transform? Okay, so I figured out Katana. So how does Riki change? How does that work? The head shape is just small, or the head is just small enough on my screen that I can't quite tell what I'm looking at. So maybe like the what's it called the fins or whatever it is that come out the side of O Ranger Robo's helmet are recreated here. But if that's the front of the head, if that's the front of the head for Katana, then what is it for Riki? Is it the same? Maybe, because that's the face there, and then but the difference is that Riki doesn't have that obvious split that I noticed on Katana. Like Katana, it's like, oh, okay, there's a piece there that folds back. Oh, well, okay, that's obvious. But like for Riki, I'm not entirely certain. I don't see the same part where a piece can flip back and forth. I'm not seeing this right here on Riki. Maybe it's an entire like that the side of the head kind of folds down like this. Maybe it's this kind of motion. I'm not certain. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not certain how Riki's how that folds over. I mean, it is definite that there's the face, and then there's the piece of the helmet that slides around. But I don't see on Riki specifically. I'm not quite certain how it moves around, so I'm not certain what's going on there. Hmm. I don't know what to do with this. I'm not certain. I think it'll be the same thing, the same case with Zenkaiger was like, I need to see it in a couple of episodes and I need to see reviews of it before I decide whether I want to go for it or not. But like currently, Tukai, is that right? TwoKai-Oh? Yeah, TwoKai-Oh is not leaping out at me right now. It's like I'm kind of sort of, I've kind of figured out how most of it transforms, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not certain. I think I'm gonna have to see some reviews before I decide whether I want to get this or not. So like I'm not angry at this point. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I'm not betrayal. No, no. I mean it is it's a curious way of doing things, but I don't know. Is it in the spirit of Super Sentai Robos? Kind of. I think the biggest hindrance for me is going to be the whole it's bisected down the center this way as opposed to this way. I think that's going to be the biggest turnoff. Like there's a robo on either side, and I think that's going to be the big hang up for me specifically. It's going to be the hang up. The chibis, whatever. If I hope that the chibis have movable arms. They might not be able to hold anything, but it would be nice if they actually, if the arms move. That would be nice. All right. There's a lot of staring and a lot of me uncertain about what I'm going to do at this point. I'm probably going to drop another set of pictures or something like that later today or tomorrow. I'm not entirely certain when we get cleaner scans of this. So, I don't know. I guess I'll make another video when that pops up. I'm not certain. It's like I've got this. So. Do I want to work on the unboxing that I already did, or do I want to work on another one that hasn't happened yet? Oh, decisions, decisions, decisions. This is AV Unit 4A saying thank you very much for tuning in.